Hello guys. I don't know what happened to the other intro. But hey, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Engineer Lynette, and welcome to this video where I'm talking about 12 traits, 12 toxic traits about your boyfriend or your man or just anybody else. But most specifically, I want to put it in a relationship because with other people, I feel it is easier to escape from maybe your friends. You can easily unfriend them. If it's your family, you can easily move away from them. If you're of the right age, you can easily move away. If it's a relationship, sometimes for a relationship, it is so hard to move away from a person because they have these narcissistic behaviors, and I wrote them down just because I felt I don't want to leave anything behind. I just want to be as detailed as possible. And so having said that, please take your juice, take your wine, take your whiskey, your tequila, your water, your tea, whatever you have, put it there so that you can be sipping as you listen to me. And I hope this video will be impactful. So number one behavior of someone I would call a narcissist who is very toxic. And yeah, let me just give you the list. So number one is controlling behavior. What do I mean by controlling behavior? He wants to control every move you make. He wants to control what social media you should have. I've had some people who say, oh, I will not date my girlfriend if they have Instagram or TikTok, and I'm like, those are literally the only apps that keep us afloat on social media nowadays. If I'm not on TikTok, I don't feel alive. If I'm not on Instagram, I don't feel like I've watched anything impactful. I want to see the comments. I want to see people's creativity. With challenges such as the we listen and we don't judge, I want to see people's creativity go beyond we listen and we don't judge. I want to people to go beyond the suspect challenge. So controlling behavior is when somebody wants to control your social media. They want to control the kind of friends you hang out with. They want to control even the food you eat, how you weigh, what you wear, whom you talk to. They want to control all those things. Number one is controlling behavior. Once you see, and guys, if you see anything that I've not mentioned, kindly comment down below, because I don't want this topic, I want us to brush it through. Tell me some of the experiences that you've faced, because I have some few here. And yeah, let's go. My number 2 point is disrespect, and I feel this is general. Disrespect can be like undermining you, like they don't respond when you talk to them, or they just ni madharau. They just, like, they can size you up when you're talking to them. Like, when somebody is disrespectful, it shows more about them than the person they're being disrespectful to. And that is why, guys, I say, if you see disrespectful behavior, I think it's time to carry your shoes and run away. Take those heels and move. Run as far as possible, because you can imagine if somebody is disrespectful at a relationship stage, what if it gets to a much serious level in life, like marriage, like having children, like finances, things that are very serious, and they need you to sit down and talk about them in a serious manner, in a way that is mature, and in a way that someone understands these things. Okay, so if someone is disrespectful, that is one behavior of a toxic person. Number 3 is manipulation. Manipulation. This comes in 2 ways, and that is, number 1, guilt tripping you. They want to make you feel guilty, even if it's for their own actions. So they have done something wrong. They don't take accountability of something they did that is wrong. They want to just guilt trip you, make you feel like you are the one who did the wrong thing. And again, I'm saying this because many of us face this manipulation trick, and mostly if you have money, you can be manipulated so much, so you start removing your money to please your other partner, whether you're a girl or a boy. You start removing your money, you want to please your partner, and it becomes just mess. It becomes something It becomes something that is cannot hold water anymore. It sinks. The relationship goes down. I hope you're sipping your wine or your tea, because this is not about to end any soon. Another thing about manipulation is they manipulate you emotionally. They want you to feel like you are the one who did the mistake. You are the one who pushed them to do a mistake. And at first, it seems like, yes, yeah, you are the one who pushed. But at the end of the day, it was their actions. It is their actions that made what happened. It is not your action. You did not take it to your hands and did the thing they did. And that falls under an emotional manipulation. Number 4 is lack of trust. And lack of trust is portrayed in so many ways. Lack of trust can be literally when you go out, they want to know where you're going, who you want to hang out with, what you're wearing, what you're gonna do. That is lack of trust. They don't trust you enough to let you go on your own. Or when you give them your phone, they want to start checking your social media. They want to check WhatsApp. They want to check Instagram. What are you watching there? What are you DMing other people? They want to check your messages, like what are you messaging other people? And that lack of trust, it is so much so some people go to extent of controlling how you use your social media, how you interact with other people. And as I've said, all these things, they kind of relate to each other because they are related, because these are toxic traits. Lack of trust brings in controlling behavior. Because you don't trust me on social media, you want to start controlling me there. You want to control what I do there, and that is not really good. Number 5 is jealousy. Oh my god, this is something really bad. Jealousy stems from the fact that maybe you're more beautiful and the person sees you as pretty, that they don't want other men or people from the opposite gender to interact with you. Or maybe you're more financially stable than them, and that is why they are jealous of you. The jealousy stems from the fact that you have a trait that is higher than them, a trait that makes you a league higher than them, and they use that to oppress you. They use that to bring you down because they're jealous of you. They're jealous of literally every little thing. Even when you can afford living a comfortable life, they're jealous of that. When you can afford buying good clothes, when you can afford having a good phone, even small things like having a YouTube channel, the way I have it, someone can be so ballistic, they can go so mad. Yeah, so that is jealousy. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So number 6 is gaslighting. Now gaslighting is, if you're hearing this word for the first time, I literally heard this word the first time last year when I was in attachment in Kericho. Gaslighting is when someone underrates you. Okay, they what examples? Gaslighting, they want to turn tables around. Okay, they want to make you think like you're overreacting. They want you to start questioning your sanity. They want you to question your perception of events. They turn things around and they say things that, oh, you're overreacting, oh, that never happened, while really it happened. They're questioning your sanity. They're questioning if you remember very well, or are you really overreacting. When you feel like that somebody is gaslighting you, and that relationship is to run away from. Number 7 is emotional unavailability. This is when you're facing something. You're facing something, not somebody. You're facing something and they downplay the situation. They're not there to support you emotionally. They just brush it off. And this is very prevalent among men. Men don't really have emotional availability, and especially if they were raised in toxic environments, if they were raised in environments that don't allow them to express themselves, perfectly, right? Yeah. that is emotional unavailability. If you feel I'm not exhausted on that, you can comment down below your experiences. We want to hear your stories. We want to get in, advise you, and take your advice also. Yeah. Number 8 is blaming others. Blaming others is when you do something and it is something horrible and you start blaming others for that thing that you did, because there's no way you will do a good thing and start blaming others for doing a good thing. Think about it, right? Okay, you want to blame me because maybe you broke my toilet handle, or maybe you broke one of my favorite utensils, or maybe even something as simple as you unplugged my phone from the charger, from the socket, without telling me. That really will affect me. And if you start blaming others, if you start saying, oh, it's not me, it's because of you, oh, it's because of this had so and so, it's because of the maid in the house, or it's because of the children, or it's because of, no, yeah, you're blaming others, and that's a toxic trait. If you have this toxic trait, I believe you can change. People do change. I remember a time when I used to feel like I'm a very high value woman. I cannot say sorry. I can't apologize. I can't say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm genuinely sorry. And even if I know I've done a mistake, I will just brush it off. But I came to realize that people take that to heart. People take that seriously, and it really hurts them. And that's how I changed. I started saying sorry for things that I know genuinely I have done wrong. And yeah. Inconsistent behavior, that is number 9. Inconsistent behavior is when somebody is so mean. They're so mean. At some point they're so mean, but at another point they're so good. Okay, they're hot. ChatGPT says they're hot or cold. Okay, being hot is when you're so good, they're so warm, they're so welcoming. You can tell them anything and they will give you their own view of something. And that inconsistent behavior is what I'm actually currently experiencing right now. You want to even do something as little as kiss somebody and they just repel you, and you feel horrible. You feel like, oh, do I smell like a pig? Because they just did a disgusting face, and you're like, oh, do I smell like a pig, or do I is my mouth, does my breath stink? You start testing out if your breath stinks. You start doing things that would be considered, what is it called, would be considered, there's a word, it came to my mind and it went away. You start being, what is it called, when you don't trust yourself so much. You start being, it is coming and going, it's coming and going. You start being, not ungrateful. You don't become ungrateful, you become, I will remember that word and tell you. But let's not deviate from the point. Number 9 point is inconsistent behavior. They may act too hot, and then all of a sudden they are cold. Okay, they were welcoming of your ideas and dreams, and right now they're not even talking to you. They want to repel you. Yeah, inconsistent behavior. Number 10 is excessive criticism. Oh my god, I can't emphasize enough how I have been told I don't know how to cook. Like, if you live in Kenya, you know how ugali is somehow a technical dish to make. This is a dish that you can easily mess up with. It is easy to make, but you can easily mess up with. So for the longest time I've been making my ugali and I've been enjoying it. But when this person came to my life, he started telling me, oh, your ugali isn't well cooked, oh, there's so much flour, oh, there's so much heat, oh, there's less heat. Oh, on other days he just tells me I am giving you a 10%. And this is somebody you have cooked for. You really went your way. You put the water in the sufuria, you started korogaring the flour, and they are there telling you you did nothing. excessive criticism. It doesn't even involve cooking alone. Sometimes also with your dressing, they can be like, oh, you dress poorly, you dress like a beggar, you dress like a homeless person. I literally have a friend who has told me a while back that I look like a homeless person. Oh my god, I couldn't believe. And I wasn't even depressed. I was just myself. I was just dressing the way I was dressing. I had worn baggy shorts and some top, and she just told me I look like a homeless person. Oh my god. So that is what I'm saying. Excessive criticism. Anything that you do, they excessively criticize, whether it's your abilities, your cooking skills, your dressing code, even the way you read, even the way maybe you use the laptop. When somebody wants to make you type something and you're slow, they start criticizing you when you're typing, and that is a skill that you acquire over a period of time. Typing fast on your keyboard, on your laptop keyboard, is a skill you acquire. If you're a programmer, that is a skill that will come easy for you. Or if you're a computer enthusiast, or if you're just anything to do with computers, if you're a cashier at a supermarket, if you're an accountant at a social fund, government parastatal, whatever, that is something that will come easy for you. But if you start excessively criticizing me, I'll start thinking, oh my god, am I really that bad? Am I really that bad that this person keeps on saying the same thing over and over and over again? And when somebody does that over and over again, your self-esteem kind of goes low. When it's time to do that thing, even with another group of people, you will feel inconfident. You will feel like you're not worthy enough to do something like that. Okay, yeah. That is number 10. Number 11 is lack of support. This is quite literally obvious. Lack of support for men is financially, if they don't support you financially. For women, it's if they don't support you emotionally. The work of women is to nurture. The work of men is to provide. So my aim is to nurture emotionally, to nurture you, to raise you up well. But if there's no support on your part financially, yes, we are young, but we're also spending money. I'm not asking you to be responsible for my finances, but I shouldn't, if I'm not letting you be responsible for my finances, you should not let me be responsible for your finances. It should be two-way. It should be a two-way thing. Okay, so that is lack of support. Really, lack of support. I feel like you can add something more in the comments if you have. Number 12 and the last point is isolation. They want to isolate you from your friends because they believe that your friends are advising you wrongly. So they want to isolate you from your friends. They want to isolate you from your social media, from your family. They want to, and this is isolation really happens normally in cults, and you just know this is a cult when the behavior is, oh, they are isolating you, and they're making you not communicate with your friends. They're making you quit social media. They want to control your followers, control your finances that is flowing in. And yeah, so those are things that you might want to consider when you're in a relationship with someone. There's people that are so bad that they have all these qualities. Like, if you want to put a star on all these qualities, it is there are people who have all these qualities. You want to put a star, and you put a star everywhere. Like, for me, I've put a star on 3 things that is happening in my relationship right now. And as I've said, this happens everywhere. This even yourself, you can have this trait. It's not too late to change, because some of these traits are really disgusting, and they don't only impact your relationship life. They can overflow into your work life, into your personal life, into your other aspect of life that you might want to change. So having said that, thank you for watching, guys. And I must add this point, let me digress a little bit. There are people who have been viewing my videos, and I feel it from the bottom of my heart to appreciate you. Thank you for your support. The 4 views that I get, the 8 views, the 9 views, the 10 views, I still believe I can go further than that. I still believe I can get 100 views. I still believe I can be doing 1000 views. There's no single video of mine that has ever gotten 1000 views. So I really have to work on that. And also a small thing on the side is that I've been reading this book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. If you're a person who likes reading these motivational books, this is a very good book to not only be a millionaire, but to literally win friends and influence people. And I think it goes hand in hand with what I've been talking about here. This is controlling behavior, narcissism at its best, toxic behavior. And if you learn how to win friends, I think you can deal with mostly all this. And yes, I've gotten so much experience from reading that book. And yes, another thing I would like to add is, please guys, if you're watching me for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, kindly subscribe. I hope this video has been of impact to you, because I really feel this topic is important. This is why we have femicides in Kenya, because we see all these red flags and we want to go to the tailor to make a dress out of those red flags. We just ignore them. Okay, this is something very important for us to reach where the Western world is. We have to consider all this all these things. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, share, and let's meet in the next video. And yeah, I have exams tomorrow, so but it's 8 to 10, so probably I'll make a video. Tomorrow is the 20th of December, and see you then. I don't know what to add. Yeah, I love you guys. I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. You make everything that I do worth it, especially people who view my content over and over again. There are people who are so supportive, like I just feel like meeting them, but again, they don't comment on my videos, so it's so impossible to know who it is that is watching. So having said that, have a blessed day. Peace.